Hello everyone! Welcome. I want to do the Sims 4 video on the recent update in the game. It is a really big one. It is a very big one. So, the other day, and I didn't know this update was coming out, I was kind of I was playing The Sims on my live stream, and if you were there, you know what I was talking about, but I was kind of ranting about why can't my male Sims wear the women's clothing? Why can't they wear the men's clothing? I was just kind of like, why isn't that just a thing? It seems, I was kind of ranting. I was like, I feel like that would be so simple. And then I thought about it more and I was like, oh, they would need to change the meshes probably a little bit to look good. Otherwise it might look a little funky. But they actually made that change. So now you can have a male Sim that is wearing the women's clothing. And I think this is really, really big. I want to show you, obviously. But, I mean, it was bothering me because I had been thinking, I was like, I'm kind of someone, I'm kind of a girl who's enjoys wearing, I don't know, I would say I prefer wearing a lot of men's clothing. I find it has better pockets. And I've always done, like, in high school and stuff, and yeah, you know, I'd get some shit for it. People are like, oh, you're a lesbian, or you want to be a man, whatever. It doesn't even matter. Who cares? Fuck those people. But it kind of bothered me on The Sims always. I was like, oh, that sweater's so nice. I want to wear that on me. And, you know, it was never really a thing that I could do unless you go into custom content and you find, you know, maybe something similar. But they've made that so you can do that. So let me show you. So here we go. We have custom gender settings now, which is awesome because I know this is really important to many people. And I'm excited for you guys that you finally get to do this sort of customization. I've been reading this book. It's called Women in Gaming, The Sims in 21st Century Learning. And it just kind of made me start thinking about The Sims, more deep thinking of it. And I might do a video on some of the things that talks about in the future. But one of the things I've considered is that, you know, as much as we're like, oh my god, The Sims 4, where's the update? Like, just give me The Sims 5, update this shit. No, whatever. Let's not get into that. One thing we can always be proud of Maxis and EA is that they are definitely, I feel like they've been socially conscious for the most part. I mean, obviously there's, you know, there's room to grow, always room to grow. But compared to many other video games, like, I want to say they were the first to have a chance for you to have same-sex coupling. And so this game has always been conscious of that. And I appreciate that they're continuing that with this update. That's important and they deserve props for that. I definitely want to give them props. It's a cool thing that they did that. Because, I don't know, because it's like, why wasn't it even in the game to begin with? Like, whatever. But this is cool. And, you know, now you have all these options here to... Can this sim use a toilet standing? Wow. And of course I want to know all of your guys' thoughts. I know I have a very diverse group of subscribers. Many gay, many trans, many... whoever. I mean, you guys, I know so many of you that have different lifestyles and definitely different gender ideas. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not saying anything that's going to seem wrong. I don't think I am. I think I'm pretty up to date on how to talk about this stuff, but everyone has room to grow. And so I always hope to remain respectful to everyone. But everyone does make mistakes sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to know the correct terminology for someone's completely different lifestyle than you, that you might not be 100% familiar with. So, obviously, I'm just curious what you guys would think about this update. I've read a few comments since they released this and little write-ups from some trans people, and they all seemed really excited about it. And I'm just happy that this is available now. I think it's a cool step. And props to Maxis, props to EA. Good job, guys. So here we go. Let's look at the custom gender settings. Physical frame, masculine, feminine. So you can see the difference right away. Let's get a little closer. Masculine. Feminine. Then clothing preference. I'm guessing this is gonna have to do. Let's see here. So here's feminine. It looks like this is also one of the settings you can have. We X that out. Now we have male clothing options in here. See, this is what I wanted. Like, this is what I meant when, I don't know, I just have a lot of men's clothing in my wardrobe. I really do. And it's complete, like, because the pockets are so fucking good. It just seems so much more practical for me a lot of times. And I tend to like that clothing a lot better. I don't know why. It's just how I am. I've always kind of felt like, I don't know, not necessarily a woman, not necessarily a man. I'm just me. Gender roles, I feel like I haven't had them, like, pushed on me too hard growing up. And so it doesn't bother me, you know? Like, some person might be like, oh, I don't want to wear the opposite sex clothing. And I've never been like that. So it's always just kind of bothered me in The Sims that I was like, only like, you know, I couldn't use half the clothing if I was making myself. And, you know, now it's possible. And I love that. All right. And then our other settings, this sim will be able to become pregnant, get others pregnant, neither. And so that's no matter, you know, your physical frame. That is still an option. Can this sim use the toilet standing? That's another cool option. I like that that's there. So good on them. Maybe they'll add more gender settings eventually that might seem applicable. I'm sure they're looking for player feedback. So if you guys have feedback for them, I would find the Sims forums and let them know. They do always seem very responsive to players. They might not always put what we want in the games, but hey, they are dealing with a huge, diverse player base, and so they do have to pick and choose. The life of game development, it's just how it is. But seriously, I'm glad this is here. Obviously, it's a free update. Could you imagine the shitstorm if they made this like a DLC? Oh my god. That would... It didn't happen. They didn't do that. They're smart. They didn't do that. I could not imagine the shitstorm. But this is awesome. This is really, really awesome. I hope you guys have fun making new Sims and using these options. This pregnant option's pretty cool too. I'm glad they had that. I mean, there was like a mod for it anyways. They might as well just put it in the game. I'm sure that's not too big of a difference for them to put in. I'm trying to think of why it would be different. Meshes might be a little different, but that's good. And then let's like kind of pull things out. You can still have massive titties if you want. Can you drag that ass? You're damn right you can drag that ass no matter who you are, you drag the ass. That's like, actually, you know what? Props to Maxis for being able to drag asses. That's like probably the most important thing they've added into The Sims 4 is the ability to drag asses. I can't think of many games that allow you to drag an ass as fine as The Sims 4. So really, that's fapping. No, I'm clapping, but good job, Maxis. Max ass. Just change your name to that. Drag that max ass. All right. But yeah, I think they implemented this really well. Obviously, they're getting a lot of media coverage for it. Good for them. The Sims has always kind of had that coverage where they've been open-minded when other games haven't. And so, for a life simulation game, this stuff is important. It is important to offer many different options for different people. Like, you know, you can click on her and, you know, she's black now, you know, and that's fine. You know, you have to offer like all these different options. You can be blue. And now you can have custom gender settings, and that's good. That's huge. I'm happy about this. I, of course, want to know what you guys think. And I wanted to make a video about this in case you guys didn't know. I'd be surprised if you didn't. But it's pretty big news in the Sims community. It is something I was really excited to see just because I had been ranting about that in my live stream. And I was happy to see, and I wasn't even ranting about necessarily gender settings. I was just more annoyed I couldn't choose what clothes I want to wear, which is minor. I know I'm not trying to compare myself to other issues. I'm not. It was just something I was looking for personally. I know I had some trans fans. Wait, trans fans. I instantly thought Brandy's tan van from Candace to Bebe, which I will upload tomorrow. I was gonna upload it today, but I saw this and I was so excited I just wanted to do a video on it. Brandy's trans fans. Wait, that sounds like something you could say really fast and you'll fuck up. Brandy's trans fans. Brandy's trans fans. Oh my god, I can do it. Brandy's trans fans. Oh my god, alright. Brandy's trans fans. Oh, it's so hard. Try to say that 3 times. Brandy's trans fans. It's hard. I know I had many of you who are like looking forward to this update, and I hope it's everything you wanted. And of course, like I said, dude, give Maxis feedback. Their developers are very receptive to listening. I've noticed that on Twitter, on their live streams, on their forums. They're very receptive to at least listening, even if, you know, they might not end up putting things in the game. They're at least receptive to listening to what their fans want, and I think that's a very noble trait in developers. Because I've worked on games where sometimes developers don't really communicate with their player base and they are very out of touch, and that can be very problematic, but I don't see that as an issue with Maxis, and that's something I think we can applaud them for, is that they do listen well to their fans, and I've noticed that they reply well on Twitter. I've had one give me shade before, but I'm gonna ignore that for now, alright? Whatever. They randomly gave me shade, but I'm gonna let that go. I gave the Sims shade, so I guess, I don't know. Obviously I understand it's passionate. I think I made a tweet like, I made a tweet about how they should have put more in the base game, and I still believe that. And many Sims players believe that about The Sims 4, and it's one of the biggest criticisms to come out about the game, is that the base game should have had more content. No one, I mean, it's whatever, but they shaded me about it. I don't know. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know. I don't go to any of the Sims events anyways. I don't get invited to that stuff. I've worked with EA before on Sims stuff, but I'm never like invited to like Sims functions. So like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I'll just say what I think about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think most of my criticisms tend to be constructive. I'm never super mean like, fuck The Sims 4. This shit is shit. You know, I don't do that. I'm like at least constructive with it. Whatever. Anyways, I like went on a rant there. This is also sort of an interesting option if you don't even want to mess with the physical frames, clothing preferences, or toilet, how you use the toilet. Someone, you know, maybe someone wants to make themselves, or they want to make a specific character that maybe has issues getting pregnant, and they could do that. So this definitely opens up a lot of opportunities to customize characters. And it's a big step, I think. I do think it is a big step. It might feel minor. I mean, it's, you know, it is limited to create a class, but it's still a big step for many people, and just that customizable content that you can do with your Sims and who they are. And I like that. I really like that. I think that's mainly what I wanted to talk about, that I'm proud of Maxis for taking this step. I think games have certainly been better about introducing diverse characters recently, and I know just reading my comment section that people do appreciate that. It is appreciative, you know? I don't think we always want to be, you know, standard white guy in, you know, a video game. It's nice to see that it's broadened out, you know? And I suspect in many games we're gonna see this become a normal thing. Like in many games, there's gay characters. It's extending, and I think we are going to see more gender options, more sexuality options, a lot of different things in games going forward. Excuse me, don't interrupt me, alright? Okay, anyways, I need your little laughter in the background when I'm trying to talk. Are you excited about this? Do you plan to use it? Are you happy for other people that might want to use it? Just let me know anything you think. Do you think, I mean, maybe some of you are like, this is a grave mistake. I just don't think most of you are going to think that way. I don't think that's going to be too much of a, like, because to me, it's like, all right, let's talk again. I'm not done with this video. Fuck it. To me, I do what I want in my life. And as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, you know, as long as I'm not like taking a knife and stabbing someone in the chest and watching them bleed out, it shouldn't matter to other people. You know, I should be able to be who I want to be. And obviously people can say what they want to say. People are judgmental, and that's fine. But I think you always have to look at your own happiness and focus on what makes you happiest. And if that's wearing men's clothing, if that's wearing women's clothing, if that is transitioning, you be you. You do what makes you happy. And that's something that just I expect. I don't like micromanaging other people's lives. I'm not gay, but I was thrilled when gay marriage was legalized here. Because I want people to have that option if that's what makes them them, you know? I just want people to be who they're gonna be, and I don't want other people, you know, putting limits on that, because it shouldn't be the case for things that don't affect anyone else. It doesn't affect anyone else. You know, as long as you're not mass murdering people, what's the problem? Oh my god, what? Just mass murdered my phone off this desk. So yeah, that's why I'm happy this is a setting. That's why I don't suspect many of you are going to be like, this is a horrible idea. Like, if you don't, it's like one of those things where if you don't like it or you don't want it, it being there doesn't matter. You just don't use it, but it's still that option there for other people. That's why I appreciate something like this. You know, I mean, maybe someone would be like, they should have added toddlers first. Oh, and I haven't actually looked at, there are gender settings. All right, now here is something interesting. Gender settings are not available for children. I'm a little curious what you guys think of this, because I kind of feel like we sort of know those things when we're kids, and people know, you know? So that sucks a little. Wait, see, they have masculine here. Okay, so no, you can still use the clothing. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is male. He can still wear okay, so that is still available. The actual settings are not available. I would assume that's because these children, well, that's interesting. So come here. This sim will be able to become pregnant, get others pregnant, neither. Now this is a teen and they have this setting. Not that I'm saying children are gonna get pregnant, but wouldn't that make sense to have it just for their future selves? I don't know, whatever, I guess it's not there. Maybe it comes up once they become a teen. These options will come up within the game. We can test that out now, actually. Hello, my name is Tara Tidov. I'm gonna use that name. I still love Tara Dickov. It's an amazing name. It's my character in America's Next Top Model. If you guys don't know, if you haven't watched that series, watch it. It's fun. I have fun pretending to be Tara. All right, household must contain at least one adult. Okay. Do our aliens have gender settings? They do. So, in case you are an alien, you can mess with that. All right, whatever. Arlene Bell. Good for you, Arlene. Get that promo. Oh, man. I had a prostitution mod that I could not get to work. And I'm really upset about that because I want to do a prostitution series with my restaurant. Once Dine Out comes out, I wanted to offer prostitution with every meal. I'm still going to try to get it to work, though. Tit off is a disallowed word? Come on! Please. So what we're going to do is Tara is going to age up. And we're going to see if those gender settings come up. Since they weren't available to set as a child, They were available to set as a teen, so I want to see if it comes up within the game so that you do end up being able to choose those settings. And maybe you can go to the mirror and, did we move in? No, we didn't. There we go. Alright, so let's have Arlene bake a cake right away. Arlene! There we go. Alright. Here we go. You don't need fresh ingredients. I just want to make a cake. Please. It's undercooked. Why am I an idiot? Why did I mean, obviously it makes sense to go to baking for a cake. But it was... Cakes were here before the baking skill level, so I guess they're still undercooking. Because all Sims can do that regardless of baking skill. I was just being a dum-dum. Alright, do not eat it. Add birthday candles. And Tara, let's check this out. Let's see if we get those gender settings coming up once they are a teen. And then if not, we'll test the mirror and see if they're available there when you go to change appearance. We'll check that anyways, because it might just be an option there already. Alright, Tara aged up. So here's aspirations and traits. Yes. Alright, so there are not gender settings that do come up after you become a child. So let's see if they are under change appearance, which will take you to create a sim. It does limit the options, but they might have re-enabled this one. And obviously, if you do the create a sim cheats, I'm assuming you can get to the custom gender. All right, so no, you cannot. That's a little weird to me, because it seems like your children are sort of gonna be limited if you create them originally with your family. I'm wondering, and maybe they've wrote about this. I did read, I don't think I read about it. I'm wondering when you have children if they will have custom gender settings. So like, you know, maybe you'll have a child and then it's just gonna just be randomly set. I don't know. That is interesting. I guess we'll find out. If anyone knows, let us know in the comment section. But as of now, I can't really see an easy way that you would be able to mess with the children's gender settings. It's a little weird. I don't know. I guess I don't know why they don't have that. I mean, obviously you can still intermix the clothes, but... And is there anything... Also, maybe it is that if you... I mean, I don't know if I would be able to tell. Maybe you can, in Create a Sim, what you can do is go to them as a teen, change the settings, go back to child, and maybe they'll have those settings when they grow older. I don't really know. I mean, I know how I could probably test that, but I haven't selected that, so. I mean, in a way, the only really setting is the pregnancy setting. Whether you have a masculine or feminine frame. But, I mean, you could still wear whatever clothes, no matter what. I'm guessing hair, too. Yeah, see. So. Oh, fabulous hair. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the settings will be. Let's pee. I think I might have had peeing standing up selected, though, before I went to child. The pee test! Yeah, I mean, they are standing up. Alright, you guys, well, that's a basic overview of everything. You guys should test out how different things work. Maybe there is a way for you to set a child's settings. That seems kind of, like, messed up, though. Like, I don't know, if I had a baby right now and I was just like, actually, you are going to only pee sitting down and you cannot get pregnant and this is your gender settings. I don't know. Like, I just don't know how that's going to work in this game now, whether the children will have random gender settings or what the case is going to be. It would be kind of cool if they did, though. You know? Yeah, it's more chance to have randomized kids, custom. I got randomized kids, yo. Collect them all. But not like that. But, you know, just loving whoever you're given kind of thing. So, bye, you guys. I love you. Let me know what you think. Goodbye. Who is this stalker back here? Freak.